chapter 28, verses 19 and 20, Jesus says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Go into the nations, make disciples, baptize them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teach them to obey everything I have commanded you." Hi, I'm Janice Irby, and I am Long Branch's Global Missions Director, and we're going to take a look at what is happening in the world of global missions for Long Branch. In South Africa, on April 23rd, in Durban, there was a flood, a huge flood. In some cases, the grief-stricken South Africans are still trying to recover from family members being swept away by the floods, in which 435 people died and more than 40,000 were made homeless in the coastal city of Durban. We have a praise report. Our partners were not affected by the flood. Pastor Vika Gwala, who lives close to the Durban area, was not affected. Toby Gwala, who lives close in the village area of Durban, we know him. He was a student that came here to the United States, and we hosted him. He came here to get an agricultural degree. He is doing well, and he was not affected by the flood either. Toby continues to purchase cows for his farm, and many doors of opportunity have opened for him. I want to read to you just a short letter that Toby wrote because it is prayers answered. He says, "I managed to buy a second-hand biking, which is a trailer. As you remember, I mentioned last year to you that I would like to get one, and thanks for your prayers and support. Our God provided the one I prayed for. I'm doing a lot with it, as you know, about the raising of calves, so I use it to collect them, buy feed, and also deliver them. I also do transportation for those who need one, as you can see on the picture, with a trailer. That is another way of making a profit." Toby has been blessed and now is working at the Institute of Natural Resources as a field officer with local livestock owners. He says he's helping them to better manage the cattle in terms of feeding, animal diseases, training the youth to be qualified herders. Toby Gwala. This is a young man's dream come true. Moving right along to Pietermaritzburg, South Africa, where the Blessings Project is, they have fully recovered from the hailstorm that they had back in January. As you can see here, they are in church now celebrating the Passover. Pastor Blessing's church is busy about doing God's work. If you look at these photos, you'll see some women out harvesting sweet potatoes. Then you see the evangelism team, which goes out into the community, telling people about Jesus. In the third picture, you see Pastor Blessing in the building. He is ministering to some children and laying hands on them. Jesus told us to go forth and make disciples, baptizing them. So as you can see, Pastor Blessing had a huge crowd of people to be baptized. So these are the baptism candidates. This is them looking on, some of them standing in line to be baptized. And then they have a river baptism. Moving right along, we go over to Zimbabwe. We're Bulawayo, Zimbabwe, where we have a partner in Pastor Taibe and his wife Samilo, and they are the Great Joy Christian Fellowship Evangelistic Church. They are winning souls for Christ through teaching, crusades, and home visits. Mrs. Tybee has started a girls' baking program. This is for the young ladies that are in the village where they live. During the Easter holiday, they were pleased to be able to provide food for the persons in their area who have food insecurities. So they always delight in sending us pictures to let us know the people that we're supporting. We also have a partner in Pastor Nsenka at Liberty Baptist Church, also in the Bulawayo, Zimbabwe area. And these are some pictures of his church service and for Easter worship service and dinner afterwards. The Liberty Baptist Church, they send the report that they have supported 35 families through our partnership. Many child-headed families, double orphans, sick, and elderly people benefit from the support that we send. They also are using this as an evangelistic opportunity to share the gospel message by providing a soup kitchen every Wednesday. So they are planning to have a revival service at the end of June. Pastor Nsenka and his wife and church members is what we see here. Finally, LBBC will be attending the National African American Missions Conference in June. We will have a full report during next Fifth Sunday's presentation. The conference this year, they are focusing on one generation commending works to another. They tell of your mighty acts. They are trying their best to get young people involved in global missions. I'm excited about attending this conference and will be happy to present when I return. God bless you and thank you for your support for global missions.